Uh-huh. Roll me up and smoke me. When I die. Roll me up and smoke me. When I die. Happy birthday, Willie. All right, let me set this Audacity back down here about the way. And so, hey, welcome everybody, RealLibertyMedia.com. And this is No Time for Rational Thinking, the 22nd voyage. And we're on with this episode of Victor, Vector, Direction, and Magnitude. But hey, listen, somebody said, what's our vector, Victor? And let's listen to what that is right there.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Huh?
LA departure frequency 123.9er.
Roger. Huh? Request vector. Over. What?
Flight 209er, clear for vector 324.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Howard radio, clearance over.
Then Clarence over. Over.
Roger.
Huh?
Roger, over.
What? What?
Who?
Roger that, huh? Okay, well, let's see here. Let's see. That was that part. So these are the stutters in the Minster production, y'all. And just to make sure, I am recording. It does appear to be. Yep. Good. Now, one more little bitty right here. To 29, 17 to 29.
It's a mathematical term, a quantity represented by an arrow with both direction and magnitude.
Okay. Now, if I was real good at doing this stuff, I'd be going back in there and chopping that out and before uploading it. So we may be a experiment. And hey, Becky, glad you could make it over it. Bell, there's one, a Taco Grimner. Who all's in there? Beth Z. A whole bunch of folks over here are listening along at RealLibertyMedia.com. So today, again, 22, Victor. Victor's my little brother, by the way. It's not someone this, as we're out looking about and having folks that have some great influence as far as their perception. Of course, we all have a little bit of different perception, and as what this is here that is underway is a little voyage of discovery, some exploration. Let me make sure y'all got everything stopped over there. We're good. So y'all try to choose our words where we don't so much have to chew them later, right? So I have all these notes to kind of interconnect, and I'm going to see if I can round them all up and put them together and make sense of some of these monsters that have been created by some mad science, gone mad, hijacked life, and all that stuff, and how they're trying to redefine it. So with our discovery, we've got I sure hope I'm going to make sense of it. I think I'll sit down for this one here. Get a little closer to the mic. Sorry about that background noise. It's Cessna. Well, so, vector, direction and magnitude. Now, when we're out and about, we've got what these level points are. If we're going about on a voyage, see, we're in this ship. I've named mine, and this is the little one. And they're coming up when we round the edge will be La Marijuana. So now we're out here in our little boat floating about in La Maria Juanita. See? Okay, so we dock up and we come up to these piers, right? And these peers of ours that have apparent knowledge or information to share. And so as we're out and about on the seas and we're docking up and we're taking a look, right? So we're out seeking. And what I've got going here is this logbook, right? It's a report on what we see. So in doing this, I'm saying, right, or presenting or professing, self-saying, we're taking a look at some victories in the battles, or at least looking at standing as witness in public to profess. Not to be confused as, please don't confuse me for somebody such as Hal, who I say a professor. Well, and not to split hairs, but a little difference in say, being a teacher. One has to learn, right? So, as these buoys, these piers, all that seek level, right? So when we're able to take a great number of settings, and we look about, and we're able to compare this level, right? We can have a look for perception other than our own, and so that way we as an instrument, as me speaking, as me presenting these observations that recording here and setting as record for review, and I do so non-anonymously to show that, and a little longer backstory of that, but that the fact that I am a human, however people would like to perceive what we are as mankind, but I am me, and I am saying not to instruct, not to assume to be a teacher. That's a great gift right there. But perhaps one might learn nonetheless from me, even if it's no more than that of my idiocy, as I present my idea of anarchy, of this what is made evident of life. Mayor Bailey, let's see, I did copy and paste. I didn't get a chance to review that. Sorry guys, I'm not keeping up in chat over here right now, but thank you, Barman, for that twit of yours. Fine man, Barman. We love our bot. So now, roll me up in smoke, man. So we've had some thunderstorms roll through. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, I had some that was like a bomb, bam, right outside the door. It hit hard. A couple of them real quick. So it looks like that is rolling on by for now. Funny though, this is tow truck weekend here down on the Arkansas River, some about 50 odd miles from me, where I'm at. Tow truck. Let me go over here. I've got this open. Let me go read you what tow truck showing up. What does tow truck mean anyways? Okay. Long ago, steamboats traveled the Arkansas River when the water was at the right depth. When it wasn't, the captains and their crew tied up to wait, where the tow truck lock and dam now spans the river. While they waited, they refreshed themselves at the local tavern there, to the dismay of the folks living nearby, who said, "They suck on that bottle and they'll swell up like toads," hence the name Toad Suck. The tavern is long gone, but the legend and fun live on at Toad Suck days. And that's spelled with a Z. For all the Z team. Yeehaw. Now, wait, did I put a note to this? Yes, I did. Let me see. Sidebar, note 4, Toad Suck. Yeah, we got a toad, Kelly, and a frog floater going on around here, these parts. Yeehaw. Oh, yeah, Clarence. I forgot. Yeah, after the airport little clip there, Clarence. Yeah. Jimmer store. Oh, I was playing with that. I think I might have lost a moment though in speaking for clients in Jimmer store. So we'll get on with this Freaky Friday. Grammy's coming up a little later on this evening, and News Girl. freaking ball, y'all. Freaking out the freaking ball, y'all. Alright, I'm standing back up, and I'm going back up over here. Is this relevant? Is this in order? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? I'm going to go over there. Let me see. Before I get back over yonder. No, wait a minute. You know what? Let's get a marker in here. I think I can do this for 13 tasks. Hold on a minute. No cough button, sorry. But some of that cool, clear water. Good stuff. Back into this professor. Mark it 14 past there for Mr. Hal Anthony. Lessons from behind the woodshed. Sunday's right here. Deliveryme.com. So this morning I was catching the Passcast over in UCY, and this comes from January 31st of this year, 2016. Boy, the first 20-odd some odd minutes was an excellent dissertation there, Hal. Hats off. Hal spoke. Let me see if I can kind of get some of the use this decoder ring. If I can borrow Hal's decoder ring there, and maybe perhaps some glasses for perception. I think I was talking about that a minute ago. Perception. That view that we can get from our peers, as peers, or apparently so, and get a report to add into this log. But you know what I forgot? Oh, rebel son. Yeah. Rebel son. Well, till the day was done, the battle won. That's about my dog that adopted me. He's a mountain dog out here. He comes to visit me all the time. He's my friend. He slept on my chest there when he wasn't nothing but a little bitty baby. Now he's a handsome dog, a big old bulldog. Wouldn't have hurt a flea. Well, he nipped him in the butt, I guess we could. But he will nip a tick in another dog, but never a human being. It's kind of a funny story. He was top dog, or is still apparently, but so the other dog that likes me comes over to visit from next door, Jo. She's the only dog that's ever been able to have him submit, just to stand over. Now, that's relevant when we think about submitting and standing over, or standing on, right? So, but anyways, then this other little old pit bull down across the other end of the field, she come over and whooped the tar out of this dog, Jo, and she's a big, tall dog, right? So it's funny. It's all a matter about perception and how whose perceived authority we submit to. Now, old Rebel, see, now he can whoop Kimmy, and Kimmy come up here and whoop Jo. And why? It's because perceived dominance that one would submit to. Now let me ask you this. If a man getting out of a vehicle, which obviously had no sag or sway in the jacket, were a 9mm pistol, 100%. I'm looking at my Levi jacket right over here, same one little boy Finnegan was wearing. No, I'm telling you that gun was planted, sure enough. That is for sure, sure enough. So Hal was speaking. Listen, I'll go grab it in a minute. I'll round it up and I'll bring it back over and drop it in chat. And also in pursuance of doing better and having such great examples that stand for me and that I can follow in an example, and like how he does such a wonderful job with his show notes. So this morning, Hal, it took me I was some 40-odd minutes in, and I found it, and now I discovered my idiocy, and I can find your show, and it's been right there right in front of my face this whole time. But I can find your show, by simply, let me actually get over here to it right here, reallibertymedia.com. And this is like a duh, like the dimwit. So right there, you look at archives, scroll down to the right, right on down past chat. All you got to do is you can see how many posts. You can go right here, 2016, all the shows right there. So you can look, and for each month. So I was like, man, where can I go to find and just scroll show by show? And it's right there in front of me. And like I said, you can call me dense, and I don't mind. So anyways, by the content, I can easily, I said easily, I can easily find the content now. Just by looking right there where it says archives. There's all the posts right there per month. And boom, backtrack even back into last year. You can't go in the future. There's no right arrow at this point. But I'm sure Grimner is working on some type of device for teleportation into and beyond the future. I think that's what we're all really working for, right? Is that future, like I like to call the alternative ending in this book I'm writing in my head. So fantastic, boom! I'm an idiot. I admit it, and freely so. So it's what I'm saying is, on this voyage, this lookabout. See, I know how that you must sit there when you hear me sometimes, that you do, that you gotta be like pulling your hair out. Now, I'm sitting here in my mind, I'm imagining like, yeah, I'm sitting there at the feet of Hal, and just really and honestly and truly, that's how I view this. But the fact that I don't, that I sometimes go off in these directions, it's the point of the exploration, because a lot of people cannot accept just this at the very end rhetoric, which I have investigated your words well enough to know, and I'm quite able now to see that expressed, and where you have come to that from your having sought and seen, and how you now can very well specifically say the pursuit that we should take against this, and this from today's past cast, the 31st of January this year, government, and it's how it equals the capacity, and beyond that it be a corporation. We use these as identifiers, right, with this decoder ring, and how this happens, and this shift of power, how the government becomes the power, right? They have taken and moved the ship from stewardship to steward, right? And then making us users. And see, this is how they kills us, right? Kills us. So Hal further spoke about how production is not commerce, right? Consumption, non-consumptive use. Past the line in the soil, right? They moved this barrier, this shift, right? Shifting sands, and if you sit there and you just put your head down, I'm gonna tell you what happens. You get covered up. You got your head in the sand, right? Pull your head up. Hold your bootstraps. Pull yourself up. Get up there. Get on top of it, right? So also Hal spoke some, how he gives example after example. I would suggest you go back and listen.
422.
Oh, thanks, man. Man, 422. I've got some kill too. So a little late, but nonetheless, it's always 420 somewhere. Thanks, Hal. I'm going to come back. We'll come back just a little bit. I forgot how in depth this was here. But let me just break this up right here. I saved me this itty-bitty movie specifically. Oh, my word. It was so good. Okay, so everybody get ready for fire in the hole. There's fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire. Hey, there's Grimmer. Yes, into the future. All the way to the year. Oh, wow. That's really doing it back to the year 2000. Alright, so I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with chat. But I will come back here directly and see if I can fix it. Hey, this got stuff in it. I'm breaking this stuff out of it. That's the other stuff. That's the reg. I'm gonna get that out of my way. There we go. Clear. Alright, proceed with facilitating the celebratory tote. I forgot to even have this ready. So, nonetheless, if it was 12:21, see, we could be forward and backwards, I guess, for 4:20, which, I wonder where it's 4:20 at in the afternoon. That would be way out towards you, about halfway almost. Halfway between me and you, it is actually 4:20. That might be up in Greenland or something somewhere. Okay, for all of those of you that can, remember, Cannabis Can, this is the 420 report from the Buzz Viva. Smoke them if you got them, baby. Oh, yum. Yum, 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 yum. What a wonderful thing this is, this plant provided. Wow. I bet you. Wow. Cloud. Barman, can I order that's good. Can I order up a round for everybody, please? Let me fire this back one more time and I'll go ask Barman to pass it around. Cause the Cannabis King. There it is. Woohoo! Thanks, buddy. Wow, that's a good bar man. Oh my. Somebody's trying to be punny with a big one. So you know what I got lined up? And it'll take me a minute before we're done here today. I'm going to switch. I'm going to do a little switcheroo. So, I'm preempting again. We got off there on away from an anniversary. Somebody's got a couple of anniversaries this next week coming up. You know anybody with an anniversary coming up? Glad?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Well, What Matters Worldwide also, if you don't want to tell who you know. I know that person too that you know. Them two people. Yeah. But anyway, yep. What Matters Worldwide. Look, I'm looking at it right there. The emblem I got up on one of my me's on Skype. Anyways, thanks, Hal, if you're still listening. I really appreciate what you do. And I'm going to talk more about what you talked about. And at least try to. ID the limit of what was or is, or was, or who, the woo. Anyways, now, where was I? Because I'm going to hit you in the motherfucking mouth. That's why, Mr. Anonymous. I think my mic's still down here. Hello, can you hear me down? Where was I? Yes, anniversary. Right? I guess I can sit down.
Yeah.
What Matters Worldwide debuted the first week of May and 2013 on UCY.TV. And next week, I'm going to pop off with the very first one. Till now. And in celebration. Well, Before I bounce back into Flash, you wanna say anything?
Hi, sir.
Hi, sir. We love you. So what are we doing up here in here, standing as witnesses? Yeah, let me go back to that point. For me, as far as what subjects I might take a look at, because so many people have they're hitting so many different directions. All this stuff. I think it's important to look at what one might think is ridiculous for one person. And, even at the sacred and profound to the point. But realize that if we can't communicate when we're doing it, then what's the point? If we can't communicate to the with the intended interaction between the one that you might like to talk to. So let's say, for instance, oh yeah, I remember. This is a good point. Point to bring this in. The interaction of federal agents and so forth that inside this county limits, in as far as how the sheriff and in all the ways, like see, we look back at this corporation existence, right? This is the how. I mean, there's these what would be said to be perhaps these necessary means and procedures to accommodate, to facilitate the operations of the received authorities, directors, authors, things that would assume the position of authority and seats of decision. So listen, I see how the feds are, and if they're doing it here, and so I'll just beg the question, because but I do know that they are in this county, then I must assume that this is probably general procedure that is occurring throughout the nation in an attempt to influence the procedure, to interpret law, to set precedent, and to further facilitate this war that is against us, okay? Now, in order for me to, I think, have an effective non-disconnect switch when I speak to, like my sheriff here, Scott Bradley. Like I said, I've spoke to him dozens and dozens of times. When he come up to my door opened, me a napping up here that a couple weeks back there, when he says, "Hey Vince, I need to talk to you," I woke up to hearing his voice, to that twinkle in her eye, that immediate recognition, that's just beyond a flash of time, when these connections are made. So I'm familiar enough with having spoke with him, is what I'm saying, so many times that I was like, "Hey, give me a minute, Scott. Let me put some drawers on." I laid up there and took me a little nap after checking for ticks, and I lay in there butt naked. Oh, thanks, Butt, for the broadcasting. Yes, that's right. TRealLibertyMedia.com is live. So, where was I? Oh, I was butt naked, sure enough. And anyways, so I said, "Hold on, I'll be out in a minute." Now, I did find me some. Well, I ended up just walking out my underwear. I put me some fresh drawers on. Rambled out there, but being personable and being able to know, like I know, other people in the community that have positions of leadership. Now I keep forgetting who said it, but when we present, how we present it, right? That it can be heard and received, and not be too overbearing that boom, we turn that switch off and I quit here. So I'm still intended for some time there's, well, of course, some other people I want to get some recording with, but I talked to Scott, a couple of years maybe ago, I guess it was, and told him I'd like to get an interview with him, but I think people might be scared of, being ambushed, so I'll preset the questions, let them look at it, and that, so, it won't be no expose. That's not what I'm about, trying to, like, stump them up and stuff like that. But in order to kind of hear how a person is thinking, right? To hear how a person thinks. You get that part? It's kind of a little different, right? So, looking, if you have that opportunity to be face to face, you can see how a person is perceiving it. A lot of times being delicate is maybe a way to say it, or ought to be. And in order to get a person to consider some small things, and that's what I do anytime I get a chance to interact. And like I said, I am non-anonymous, and I will take and share your voice. I decided, hey, if I'm going to do this, I want to be completely right here where it ain't no doubt that this is some real person or somebody else. You can search Vincent Easley, Vincent Raisley, Vincent Raisley II, Vince Easley. There's hundreds of attachments of the mini-me that I am. I'm not crazy, okay? But look, what do we got? What do we got against this? Roll me up smoke me when I die. I've skipped past a few things that I intended to talk about here up in the beginning, but I think I can roll back just a little bit. We did talk about toe chuck. It just don't sound right, do it? Here we go. I'll back up again to my little brother because I want to talk more about him. Love you, brother. Here we go. Let's get a mark. 12:35 to Miss Jane and SLC Mike. Yeah, Miguel. Looky here. I might gonna have to concede. Well, I'm going to have a little crow, or at least a little pie, anyways. Who don't like pie? No, I love pie. Crow pie, hey, it's still pie. I've been sure enough some kind of sick here this last more than a week now. 2 days ago it was all good day, and then yesterday kind of feeling a little teeter. So I took Flash's advice, and I went ahead and took it easy and got me some good napping in, and did a lot of some thinking and trying to order some of this what it is I'm trying to say today. Hey, Gramps, I see ya. Then infinitum, let's see. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, this here. All right, I concede that I used an appeal to authority, but I really didn't want to set this here thing upon me and give admission, but I wasn't altogether wrong in saying that by that stress in this region, which is where it is predominantly exposed, shingles, indeed, shingles. But I had to get a little bit more concept and understanding, and it is from the very tip of my finger and thumb, but wrapped back over my back. But it's I'm going to say that's a type of a similar. It is stress-induced, and because of this already predisposed affliction on my right shoulder and arm of.
You've got the Ebola, you know, man.
Yeah, it's the Ebola. But anyways, yeah, I've been sorely afflicted. I live. That is the in the vector, the thing that is the victory. this. And now my eyes straight over to reading the chat. When I get my webpage, yeah, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, boom, 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 boom. Cheryl's got a page up. Hey, Bill, post your website right up in there in chat for us, please. Let me have a drink of water. Feel clear water. I got a cup of this poison right here. Turns out how coffee or caffeine and nicotine would be such poisons. You know, anything basically that has ends in teen, the "ine" right there is sure enough poison. Man told me this some time back. He's dead now. Jim, you're a sure enough good man. He was a giant of a man too. Golly, he was sure enough 90-something years old, I reckon, when he passed here just these last few years. Pretty smart man. Been a lot of places, done a lot of things. And I consider him one of my heroes, Jim. But he told me, yeah, that about these anything that ends in the "ine" like that right there is bad poison. And I said, oh yeah, well what about pralines? They're full of sugar, so don't you figure. Why does something so bad taste so good? Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it differently, and you know, just cause there is don't mean you ought to ain't, or but sure should consider it, I reckon. I'd let's see what time it is. 40. Have a covered through this part here. The point of attachment. The peers are peers, those people that we sit in the same circle, or appear to. As we review that which what is at least appears to be. Oh yeah, so there, Jane and Mike, they said all along shingles, but I'm gonna say a Leica Typa, and thank God it does not hurt like they say shingles is supposed to. But there's no pain for it. Just expressed like a rash, bubbled up in a couple of spots, blistered up like popped up roots. And my hands, hurty spot on them. Sure is kind of thing. Terrible. I think was back over here when I left off of how last is about how that kills us. Sure enough. And production that is not commerce. Pulling it up out of the soil, We were talking, go back to January 31st, this year, 2016. Listen to that cast from hell, and you can find the years and the topics and the points and a lot of good information there on that Blockcaster page about water law, and they claim the right of production and how non-consumptive use and appropriation and settle versus plunder, and how law, not legal as law or precedent, all that set forth, and how law settles, and how legal is plunder, IDing the limit that what was, what is, and distinguishing it. See, in order for this criminals, the Bar Association exists. There's ways of nailing them down, and this is what Hal teaches. See, Hal taught me to teach you, didn't he? professes, that we might learn and identify. And then how to turn that and bring that back against these people as individuals that are operating within these systems of plunder. Hold them to accountability. In the meantime, in this evolutionary engagement. Evolutionary, of course, means would be new. I won't dice this word right now, but engagement, this new engagement, right? So we see all the old ways, you know. Let's go out and karate chop this guy because he likes blue better than red, you know, whatnot. Moving forward, we're taking and we're seeing how. Let me example Lonnie Clark and Michael, Primer Time, Hamo, opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, personally, I think you both got your rhetoric a little bit askew. If I ask you, I would assume you might tell me to have a coconut smile. You say shut up already. Yeah, well, anyways, we are saying the same thing after all. Dr. Simon, I need to spend more time. And Lonnie, let me mark this here about 12 weeks back. That's a good time. Come back around and check this in. Let's see if we put something together here and discuss this idea of all what it is and how we're all saying the same thing and seem to be saying it, not saying the same thing. Which, well, I tell you what, the smartest people I know are still got that skewed. And what is skewed? You know, having something rammed through you, skewed. They screwed you, excuse me. No, the screws, no. So we can't put the screw to somebody for their views, their screwed views. Screwed views, like screwed, like, you know, turning a screw. Twisting it down, because it applies a little at a time, you know, just turn by turn by turn. And it all enters in. So, boy, if you try to stick one of them battery powered drills up somebody's head and try to help them out, they might not appreciate it, right? So wonder how we might be able to be that bridge or that conveyance to facilitate a discussion that hey, perhaps we all got something. We all got something in common here. We all got something at stake that is the equal of what we are as effectively. Look, worldwide, we are, in a sense, a single. Oh, I don't even know what to say on this. But we all exist together or fail. And so with the vision, we don't settle, do we? The vision stirs it up. When you come up in here, I see people come up in with their full of fallacy and the obviousness of either idiocy or insightfulness to stir, to unsettle, to plunder. Because to steal, to plunder, is to take from. That's exactly opposite of what I call now anarchy. The state of seeing no ruler. See this that intends to act in the capacity of governance of stewards and us as users for non-appropriation of back where I write it here somewhere. It's how they kills us, right? Production is not commerce, right? Consumption. Okay, getting past that line in the soil where they're making this distinction between the commerce and the elsewise. Hey, we're getting buried up in this as this line's being moved. And guess what? It's piling up around you. Sounds like crap, right? Let me tell you a little story about some crap. Well, once upon a time, this little birdie fell out of his bird nest and it was really, really cold. And he sat there and we didn't know what was going to happen. Along came a cow and plopped the big old patty right down upon that baby bird. And at first that bird was all like, oh man, hey, right. Who does something like that? And he started noticing that, well, hey, this ain't so bad. I'm warm. It makes me feel happy. And the little bird started chirping and singing, just as happy as can be. Pop! About that time, snap, shit, little birdie come out of that poo and gobbled right on down by a bobcat. And the birdie was no more. Bye-bye, birdie. Bye-bye. What's the point? Well, sometimes when somebody craps on you, it don't mean it's on purpose, and it didn't mean it's to be against you. But when you're warm and happy, and up to your beak and patty, sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut, because everybody that pulls you out of a pile of poo ain't necessarily there to help you. Oh, did the government say hi? I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. Sure you are. Sure you are. Chew on that. How's it taste? Is it good? Poopy pie. Ooh, I like pie, man. Grammy, you like pie? Are you still here? I've had my head down over here and talking in and looking and not been. Usually I'm up in chat right there, y'all. Hey, what do you think, Splash Man?
What?
About poopy pie?
Nothing.
Do you know that you can actually eat fresh cow poop and receive nutrition? Did you know that?
Wow.
You know what I should do? Well, maybe I'll wrap it up. I don't know. I'm going to play. I'm going to play me, and I'm going to play me playing Ty Bollinger with Ian Jacklin. Ian Jacklin and I work together some, along with J. Cynthia Brooks. Y'all know my lovely ex-fiancée, J. Cynthia Brooks, from Cancer Kickers. Now, before I do that, I'm going to stop, because I'm going to make this a new playlist, Grimmer. This, it will be called CCCC, with C's, not S-E-S-E-S. Hey, S-A, what's up now? So cancer care, correlation, and correction. I also I have some other stuff like from Off-Grid Journey and some is doing some for Walter Sullivan event. Grimmer says you can eat cow poop. Hey, cow patty. I like it. Man, I gotta go make a splash. So I wish I'd have thought to have something pulled up here. Let me just stop right now for one moment and go kill Audacity. Just for a moment. Just pause it. Pause, pause, pause. And I'll be right back after this pause, momentary pause. A minute of pause, not menopause. Stop. Quit. Don't do it. There it is. Unpause. And bite. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. I guess if I had my headphones back on, I'd know if Flash was talking to me. Sure enough. Hello, Flash. Come in, Flash. Yes,
What?
yes, 10-4, and Bell has tea for baking.
Why, what's up?
It's tea time. And the
Oh,
top of the hour, mate.
Oh, yeah, top of the hour. That's what it is.
Yeah, sure enough.
Oh,
It is noon in New Mexico. Don't you know?
Are you? I thought you were in Arkansas.
Yeah, but you know, it all depends.
But it's noon in New Mexico.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
that's where the Grimner's at.
Well,
Right.
that's what he tells everybody. Well, he's probably like not there, right?
You mean
Yeah, he's
you mean
probably
like
hyped.
you mean like physically or like
No, but
he's
trying
not
to.
there. That
There's
crazy
nothing
Grimner.
physical about this. This is all electronic.
Would you like to
That's
sing a song?
that's why I started the e-racist movement.
Well, I am. I look forward to getting the e-scriptions available soon for the e-races.
Well, because yeah, I want to be an e-racist.
That way you can hate like an Egyptian. You can do it in hieroglyphics if you like, and you know, for your inscription. You can get that inscription in hieroglyphics, petroglyphs, and coming soon, mining. Would you like a lizard? Hey, look at there. Time. Moriarty, New Mexico, Friday, 29 April 2016, 12:01.
I know people are so secretive about where they're at on the internet, like they're gonna get a big crowd of folks hanging around their house or something.
Man, that happens to me all the time. People be calling, oh my. We've
Well,
not had a phone call today, dude.
That's because you're a radio personality and have a following.
I'm not. You are.
You're 27% short of being a human being.
Well, when I otherwise monkeying around, thanks you, monkey.
Whoever thought it would be a fucked up thing to be recognized as a human being?
Yeah, right. That was actually something I was thinking about here some days ago about the being part. See, that being is actually, I think, a good word, right? We are being, right? We are men being. What I meant to put notes to that, and
Yeah, but the people that run shit have manipulated the language legally to burn us with things that we're taught are good, and I'm a little upset with it.
give me some examples of that.
Well, pretty much everything a politician tells you is based on bullshit. They create the problems that they claim to solve, and they solve them with things that won't work on purpose to make money.
Remember,
And the public, I used to be a public when I was young. I used to believe to some degree the shit that I was taught. But at some point, you know, I'm amazed that it takes people so long to open their eyes and take a really good subjective look at how things are around them. It's, you know, my life is good, but what I see, you know, around me, far away, is not so good. But it's not where I'm at, so I don't really get affected by it. Just aware of it.
good to be aware, right? That goes back in.
Well,
Goes back into the show notes of the day, being aware.
you can be aware and not participate in the answer to solve it.
Ultimately, in the very end, that is the exact prescription that I would perhaps advise, and until there's the enough in totality to effectively withdraw and remove that system, right? So,
yeah, but see, the fear of withdrawal, it trumps the fear of tolerating the shit that we do anyway. So, I mean, I see both sides of it. I've lived on both sides, married and children and the whole 9 yards. And the system decided I wasn't going to be married anymore, and that was the end of that. So, firsthand, I've seen what the government will do if it's allowed to. If it's introduced into your life at any level, you're going to be a victim. It's not there to help you.
Hi, I'm from the government. I'm here to help you.
Right. I realize that. But at some point in my life, I was raised to believe that.
Raised as in brought up or raised as in tore down? Thanks, Hal. More lessons. But continuing.
No, I was indoctrinated. I sent me to school just like everybody else did here at the time. It just, for some reason with me, the clause didn't stick. I shouldn't have.
Are you stupid?
Oh, no, not stupid, just not interested. I think stupid is the decision you make.
You know that I wish I'd have wrote that one down. It reminds me, stupid is and stupid does. It came from somewhere now, and it's rather archaic in a sense. It ain't real recent as opposed to the movie. That's one of my most favorite movies ever done. It's Forrest Gump, and of course Joe Dirt, classic. I watched it at least 100 times.
So the other day I was telling Cirque, the best 12 minutes I ever had in my whole life were that summer in Denmark.
Pretty. Summer in Denmark. Tell me more.
Yeah. Stole it from Mark. Yeah, it's a great one. The coldest winter I ever spent was the summer in San Francisco.
That was me, yes.
No, that's not sweet. Exact shit. No, anyway, hey, check this story. Out. I go down to the florist the week you were sick when me and you missed the show, right? So I go down and I see some purple flowers. I thought, well, maybe spring finally is here now. I thought, Cirque will probably like that. So I'm chatting with the florist, and she hadn't met me yet, but we were talking about the U.S. and Trump, and she said about her own people, she says, yeah, they make all kinds of laws, and we just don't pay attention to it, just pay the fines if there are any. We do what we want. And this is the public talking to me about how they live here. So I feel pretty good about it.
Hey, can you piss off your porch?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can anybody see you?
If they looking in my yard, yeah.
So what's your idea on this about boundaries?
About what?
Who has a responsibility here to you have block of view for a possible passerby observing your pissing, or should the observant passerby perhaps pass on the peek at the piss? Should he not look across into your yard of you pissing, or should you not be a pissing where he could see it?
I think there are real things to worry about and think about in life, and if that has your attention, you're probably a really shallow cunt and don't have anything better to do.
Is this
you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, but it's just nonsensical shit to me. I don't care.
Is this a pissy perception, perhaps?
I don't know.
Being portrayed?
I don't know. I don't,
This.
how, it's my perception, so that, I don't,
Listen more on perceptions. What was that?
but I don't know. You know, if you leave people the fuck alone and let them do whatever weird shit they're doing and don't get involved in it and don't make it your business, you have a better time.
Huh. So that would have been volume 16. Peas. Peas, baby.
Well, you
Peas
mentioned me and Steve are going to hit 2 years next week that we got married.
we go together like peas and carrots.
Well, yeah, we're an odd match, but we fit together anyway. Beyond it, because the societies we grew up with are opposite, but the way me and her think is the same.
From school to food, baby.
Right, but an educated man would not be able to live with the thinking process that I have.
Well,
Subjective.
what about Mary Jane?
Well, educated people are objective and they believe what they see physically, and they don't seem to rely so much on what they feel. And I'm big on, if I don't feel right about it, I ain't doing it. I don't care what it is.
But what if there's a law that says you had to?
Don't care. There's laws that says I can't, and I still do. So, no, I don't care about the law.
So,
I don't feel that. Wait a minute. I don't feel that you have to write down a fucking list of shit that I can't do for me to not already know. Those are some sick fucking things, and I wouldn't think of doing them.
Are you bugging out, Becky?
Uh-oh, we're losing it. Maybe you ought to go back to your chitter chatter about your.
No, I think she's talking about taking a nap. I think maybe later on.
Yeah, she said that earlier. After she got done with us, she would crawl off to a safe place and be alone.
She's going to use us?
Yeah, well, better some than none.
Is we together make us us's?
I don't know. Maybe. See that. I don't know how you see shit. I only know what you tell me that you see. So I don't really spend a lot of time caring about what your side of anything is, because it's your side. It doesn't affect me. It's not a personal thing, But your views on any major issue are not personal. They're just yours.
What type of issues would you say?
Oh, anything. Like our thing about the flat earth or the God thing. You have your view, I have my view, and that's all there is to it. It's not like, well, if you don't see things my way, then we can't have a conversation about it. We've never done that shit.
No. You and I never have we?
No, but we disagree about a few points, and so what? That's my side of it, and that's your side of it. It doesn't have anything to do with my life. How you see things doesn't involve me.
You're wrong. I have no side. I have no side. I'm like,
well, of course you do. You're living your life.
I float around the whole thing of it. You know, it's like a
Well, I don't know. I think whenever I use my slave name, I always feel connected to the grid.
That's one of the reasons there's that mini me. Bless your heart, Jose, and Antonio. It's like, hey, anybody call you Joe or no? They call me Jose. Or no, hey, they call you Tony? No, they call me Antonio. So, well, me, man, you know what? I got what I need, and it's a bunch of me's. You know, I'll take any kind of love, baby, because it ain't me, baby. It's part of a perception or a conception of idea, you know, sitting about, you know, because I'm like part over here on this, part over here on that, part over here, part over here, going all about, right? Take a look at it. I think, see, this is, you know, not, pardon me, burr, I could have coughed that out. Yeah, to be able to more that you can get an even keel, I think. More things make sense. Oh, you know what? I don't see him, but I got a cruel spider that's living over here by my my little thing of flag and button.
So, wouldn't
Yeah.
you be lost? Wouldn't you be lost in society if you didn't have thugs with guns telling you how to behave?
Yeah, and that goes back. I left off talking about the authority, Scott, the sheriff here in Van Buren County, Arkansas. That he can come to my house and say, "Hey Vince, I need to talk to you," and me wake up out of sleep, recognizing his voice, and me saying, "Yeah, hold on, Scott, I'll be out there in a minute," and to come out and for him personally to come out, because this was about them looking for that boy Dustin Lee. Pardon me, I'm not reaching for the coffee. Out of concern, and you know, wanting to know if he's sure enough all right or not. You know, turned out he'd drowned. But you know, Scott and a lot of these other guys, Wesley, and you know, I know a lot of cops, the deputies here personally, and good folks, country folks. And then you get to see this sifting in, right? I think this is about where I left off at, of this federal, you know, coming in here and setting this stuff as precedent. You know, the whole idea of this ice storm business on this meth, that stuff's bad business now for sure. But it's all facilitated. Sometime back, they got the cold pills off the counter, and then behind the pharmacy, and then limited, and then now restricted it down to prescription only. A lot of people were making their batches of dope off in there, that shake and bake, and really by that happening, see this chain of distribution. You know, if you consider how CIA and all the little inner secret parts of them, you know, like some, you know, the CIA is the standard operating procedure, imports cocaine, heroin, and otherwise opiates, and facilitates more use of the opioids, the synthetic stuff, and pharmaceuticals. God, I rambled so that I lost myself. Still trying to put together this other team that is too, as well as remember the teams, caffeines, the nicotines, pralines. I think we was determining that a little bit of praline might be okay. Spare me a moment, if you will, please. Inject it. I'm catching up to being a little hoarse. Belle, Miss Cheryl. Maybe I'll have a swallow of water. So anyways, pardon the coughing. Again. Looky here, what time it's crept up to be again. It's sure nothing to be 4:20 somewhere. I think I just enough time to put this together. It's a small one, it's the remnants. Remnants do matter. You know, you can by taking remnants you can find that there is indeed a hole. a hole, or a hole in it, or a hole attached, or a whole bunch of something. Yeah. You make sense of stuff. Right? Might not have all the information, but one can have enough information to make a pretty good assumption, a pretty good theorem. I like a serum, a truth serum from theorem. Right. So looky here. I hope y'all are ready, because we're fitting to get a go from Houston, baby. Roger, there we go. It is now 4:21. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Becky. I sounded better. Yeah, I was. Oh, that was like a power. That was the day I was feeling good. I felt good all day, and that was one of my naps right there. Felt just a little bit of need for that. I think the rest is right for sure. Oh my! I'm not sure I wanted to say this. Maybe I'll say it. I'll say it the same another day. Where was I? Oh yeah, it was the. Oh, sorry, I got to pull off there. What is it? Monsters created this power, assumed authority. So yeah, they're slipping that in, right? So I see a lot of interaction federally here with the at the local level, the county level, and boy, how do you make the stand accountable? Like this got Susan Weaver sits in this seated in this district court all along, and part of this whole thing should be so embarrassing that it's so obvious. It's bare-assed. This bar association that boy, they've got the wheel, don't they? You know, this so whatever corporation, corporatocracy, all of it is this big vessel, right? A big old slave ship. Yeah, slave ship. We're in it, and they got the helm. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Tell me that ain't. Tell me it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it. You're not saying it. You didn't say it. Still not saying it. Do you know you are my sunshine? Shed a little light on it. Can you see me now? Becky, quit. Nobody likes quitters. Quitters and spitters. Nobody likes quitters and spitters. Rehab for quitters. But anyways. So federalizing this stuff, right? Federalizing prohibition. Breaking up that supply line, that home brewer, that fella that might grow him a little marijuana out there in his backyard, or somebody like to shake him up some hides, real hides. What about that federal plant right there? There's Morning Tea. to what dose? You know, there's that plant over there in China. Anyhow, and good, how true, good fruit. We've got witnesses, so more people types. Yeah, all of this stuff, all controlled, not for going back to Dr. Simon a couple weeks ago. This control enters this system, this prison. Where then is where is the crime, the criminal made the legal bound, you know, even actually bound. And then when does that further facilitate the behavior that the social engineering, you know, the hood, the ghetto, that crime pursues, out of the whole thing being illegal to start with? Is there less than any supply or demand for supply? Actually, it increases demand, further facilitating the collateral damage of crimes against people. You know, I wonder. Let's say a heroin addict, for instance. I wonder what it would cost for them to get them whatever, some old Chivas, some Mexican tar, or some stuff out of Pakistan or wherever, some ganja, whatever, maybe some Jamaica in comparison. What could a fellow from Moab, you know, they grow some good stuff down there. Dreadlocks are kind of an indicator of pharmaceutical. Sometimes I'd say. Hey, Becky's back. What you doing, Becky? I see you. Miss Bell. Oh, you know what? Let me go over and say howdy to. I'm gonna have to open the tweeter. Let's open the tweeter. All that Twitter chatter, pitter patter. Let's go check the Real Liberty Media. Yeehaw. Yeehaw, y'all. I got, I'm trying to add some folks as I go along, but of course, Barman, come here. It's just spinning here. Come here, Barman. Barman. Barman, where are you? Where are you? You come out tomorrow. No, today. Today, Barman. Come on, Twitter. Get your shooter together. Together. Gather up. Gather up. Giddy up. That's slow. Slowly I turn. Step by step. Inch by inch. Seguro. I heard a motor. I don't know if I did. Yep. Records up. Alright, come here, Twitter. Quit playing. You be playing. Thanks. Esto que un barman maluco encontra un cliente. Hey, I see Chuck O'Celly. Hey, me and old Chuck O'Celly been a talking. Sure enough, just look, this thing. Look, I don't know what your thing is here, Mr. Barman. There. Oh, No, I didn't mean barman. I meant the stupid Twitter. I'm trying to find barman. There you are. Thank you, Miss Slow Twitter. Twitty. There's a kitty. I don't know. Can you read that? Some kind of play. Here we go. Now we're gonna find the bestest barman. Now live. There it is. Hey, all live. Victor, direction and magnitude. Direction and magnitude. I meant to have that pulled up in definition though, but yeah. Yeah. That's volume voyage 22. This is it turns out to be episode 1 and 2. So or what you call it? Expedition. That's what you call it. So let's go wham. Let's go. Yeah, thank you. I like it. I do. I like it a lot. Oh, retweet it. Retweet. Victor. Bam. Bam. Thank you, Farman. Thank you, Grimner. Grimner's coming up a little later tonight. Grimner's coming along too. Boom. And Carpenter Link. Oh, I'm sorry.
He should be here.
An hour ago. Oh my word. Wait
a minute.
What is now? Sorry about that. And it'll go yeah, I'm on.
It won't let me add him to the call.
Who?
Grimner.
Oh, he wants to come in? I'll have to add him.
Yeah. Well, tried twice. I've added him twice and one accepts it.
You can't add him. I have to.
Oh. Okay.
I guess. Let me go get Grimner. Oh, wait. I can add here. Here we go.
Oh?
Hey, Grim.
All right. Am I in there?
Yep, you're in here.
All right. Well, I just have a programming update for the weekend.
All right. Awesome. Let's have it.
On Sunday, the Shoutcast server will be going down for, they say, 24 to 48 hours, starting at midnight Sunday, which is midnight Saturday, I guess. Yeah. Depending on how you look at it. Right. Whatever. The first. The Shoutcast server is going to go down for 24 to 48 hours. So, on Sunday morning, there will be no blues program from me there. And Hal Anthony's behind the woodshed, opening up his big old can of whoop ass, will be on Spreaker only. So, for those tuning in to listening to Hal on a Sunday, you'll have to listen on the Spreaker stream, or I've talked to Jules and she said she will restream the stream over the normal UCY. So that's all. Just that little programming update. There's nothing on Sunday after that or on Monday, so we should be good to go after that. So.
All right. Well, I'll come around Sunday then, and I'll post that for a redirect link there as well to over to UCY. You can pop over and join the chat over there and say howdy from everyone here at reallibertymedia.com. And let me ask you, Grimner, how did Max get in touch with you?
Well, he did, but I didn't. I messaged him back. He messaged me, and he didn't get in touch with me. I haven't actually spoken with him.
Okay. Well, he asked me about it, and I said, yeah, I'll get in touch with you.
And I still need to get back with Kira. She messaged me, and I hadn't opened my Skype for a few days. And then when I looked at it, I had messages from both Max and from Kira, and I messaged them back. But again, haven't heard back yet. But need to get Kira going before her show on Saturday, because she's a little technical issue there, obviously. Last week, so.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, she does rock off the cliff.
Let's see. Well, so we are broadcasting out here now. Sunday, no blues, but Hal will be going through speaker and UCY.TV. Shout out over there to Jules, and she's another one of the great and mighty, one of the heroes.
If I recall correctly, it is Central Time, midnight Central Time. So I don't know what time Bo quits his show, but if Bo's still going at midnight Central Time, he'll be shut off.
So that's off for 24 hours.
24 to 48 hours, it says. You said the Dallas, Texas, D.C., whatever that means, will be performing bandwidth upgrade on their routers and switches and giving us something better. They always tell you they're going to give you something better. Of course, you never notice the difference after they do it, but whatever. It'll be down for 24 to 48 hours.
Now, the player, what about the players there at the site? Will they be playing some of the past casts?
No. Once it goes down, it'll be down for.
That's it. That affects those players and everything, and even over on the effing side over there, Freedom's Network. There's no.
I mean that all comes through our Shoutcast server. So, once they shut that off, it'll be down until they come back up. So they say, we'll try and make it sooner.
Well, maybe it won't be that painful.
It won't be that painful. Honestly, the main thing is just going to be I won't be on Sunday morning, and then Hal will be on the Spreaker only. Online, it is possible that they'll get back going before the show comes back on, but I'm not holding breath on that one. So.
Hey, that's a pretty amazing. Well, the combo especially now so complimentary between the Freedom's Network and RealLibertyMedia.com. You put a lot of. I mean, the site, all the content and all that is just incredible. For those that don't know, why don't you tell us the journey of building this? Because you've been doing this for a very, very long time. It's just incredible. Would you care to share?
Well, what do you want to know?
The story, the journey of RealLibertyMedia.com. This incredible site that you've built. How did it start? Where did it come from? Where was the idea? What inspired?
Okay, I'll give you the origin, I suppose. Back in the day, when it was like Ron Paul Radio, and then it went over to another site, Break the Matrix. Remember Break the Matrix? Were you around for that?
Not me. I discovered the internet in 2010 by listening to short, low frequency FM retransmission. I was way out in the middle of nowhere. This fellow rebroadcast some internet radio, and I was like, wow, here are all these people saying this stuff that I've been talking about, and people are like, you're crazy stuff, back in the end of the last millennium. So, and then I find my way on to radio 3 years ago myself, and
Well, this was a few more than 3 years ago. It was like 8 years ago, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, so then when Ron Paul Radio was kind of fading in and out, and the people were kind of there, a lot of people merged over. Remember Kurt Wallace? You know Kurt Wallace? Anyway, a bunch of the folks from over there, from the Ron Paul Radio setup, put together this thing called Break the Matrix, which was basically a same kind of deal, only specific for one channel kind of thing rather than RLM setup. Anyway, one of the guys on there, Ebacher, Jason Ebacher from out there in Minnesota, he wanted to say, all right, well, we really like the way Break the Matrix is doing their deal, and we want to start something new. And he said, all right, give me some names of domains you want. And I thought of Real Liberty Media. And so I went and registered it. I said, all right, here's the name. You guys want to use this? And if so, I'll just hand it over to you. And they said, oh, no, well, we thought about it, and we're going to use Free Media Networks. And so they started Free Media Networks after I had already registered Real Liberty Media. And I didn't really have a purpose for Real Liberty Media. And somehow I decided, all right, well, let's just make this kind of a tuner that people could go to and use it to tune in different liberty, freedoms, anarchy-based broadcasts, whether video or audio. And so that's how I wound up with making that little deal on the front page there where people can click on all those different channels. But I didn't use it for a long time. I put it together and I just let it sit there. And then Bold Voices started. Bold Voices was kind of a girl in Meme Filter who I think was a non-Servium at that point. He changed his name. Anyway. It's all these old people that you probably don't know any part of because you've only been around for 3 years. So, but it all kind of spawned due to Ron Paul Radio. Anyway, a while back, I don't know how long it's been now, 4 or 5 years, Old Voices thing, there were some personality issues between folks over there. That's the best way to put that.
That's a history a lot of times with these birthing pains. So many times a lot of people's egos clash.
And so whatever, things happened, and I said, well, I've people wanted to go someplace else, and I said, well, I've got this website already, and I already had the IRC channel over here on Freenode, the Real Liberty Media free channel. So a bunch of the people that were less than satisfied with what was going on at Bold Voices jumped on over into here. I mean, it was like almost an immediate switch over for many of the folk. Some of these people I've known much longer, though, like Kate. I've known her since the 90s. Other folks that are around. Anyway, but most of the regular people that you see in Real Liberty Media all the time, Asmo and Beth and Moose Girl and Free Enslaved, Roams or Trust No One, as he's going by today for whatever reason. They've been around for a long time with us throughout most of these travels. and they're still here for whatever reason. Anyway, so that's all. I mean, so then back when World Truth started, Anthony said, "Hey, you want to use our shoutcast server, and you can use our shoutcast server and do your broadcasts on that, because I was using other platforms, various free things that were never really all that great." And yeah, sure, let's do that. And we started broadcasting on the shoutcast server there at World Truth. And then when Anthony gave it up and handed it over to Grammy, she yeah, you keep doing this because we got other shows and people, and we want you to be here. So all right, great, I'll be there. And then that ran its course, obviously, and at the end, or before the end of World Truth, a few months back it's been, we signed up with a new Shoutcast hosting place because there were some issues that the stability of the Shoutcast server over there on World Truth was not all that great. So we signed up with a private, independent shoutcasting service, and that's what we're using now. And then basically the day that it was announced that World Truth was going down, I was contacted by Bo Diddy, a blues brother, friend of mine. Anyway, and he said, hey, we've got this other network or website we put together. And he started it last June. And I was, looked at it back then and was like, all right, cool. So whatever. And so the Freedoms Network is what it wound up to be. So I don't know. That's basically it. That's the
it's a pretty cool site too. Let's see. I got a million tabs open over here. I didn't open it back up. So actually, let me do this and tell you what I got. I I screwed up somewhere along the line, and how I have to get in is I go to the login and my email and all that stuff screwed up. So what I end up doing is going in through WordPress. Maybe I should tell you. All right, but then okay, so now I go. Anyway, so let me get over there. Freedoms Network. Pretty cool, man. Really awesome. And it's secured, so with that S after the H, the T is a P, and that S, and that S there.
Yeah, we're pretty well locked down over there. People like I don't forget who asked me about this. Somebody signed up there on Freedoms Network last week. Whatever. Like, well, we gotta make sure that we're all our privacy and search engines can't even look at the site. They can only look at if you're in the login page. There's a few pages you can look at.
Yeah, I have one that you made available that and I failed to utilize that today actually. Yeah, the Vincent Flash show, I think you have it set for. No, I'm in. There we go. It's a pretty neat site though, and it's got the this Spreaker. Well, I have the hardest time saying that word. Spreaker. So, yeah, one of those voices I ought to be able to say. And the player there, yeah, it's really cool. Well, yeah, and like radio voices, you have like this also. It's kind of almost to me like Wolfman Jack in a way, love listening to you. And Grammy, oh my word, I can't go no more than a minute or two till I'm just beaming, smiling as big as the moon.
Grammy's great. Yeah. She got such a cool attitude about stuff. Anyway, I forget who it was. Freedom Fiends. You ever heard of Freedom Fiends?
Yeah.
Yeah, they broadcast on one of those. I forget where they're at. Whatever. They do a pretty cool podcast. They're a couple of anarchistic type boys. Anyway, I guess back when I was doing the news show, the Daily Show, you weren't even around for that, were you?
No.
Yeah, whatever. It's been like 2 years, I think, since I stopped doing that. Anyway, so I was doing my Daily RLM news show, and I guess they picked up on one of my stories. I don't know what it was, and they were talking about the show over there, and they said, this guy, he sounds like Grandpa Simpson. I guess if I have to pick an option of what voice I sound like, I don't know. I just sounded normal.
I was stepped away over poured some coffee, but I was busting up laughing, Grandpa. You know, honestly, the Simpsons and the Family Guy and some other guys, they were just really hilarious. A lot of truth that's kind of tongue in cheek, I guess, sometimes, or what some might call predictive programming. So yeah, of course, a lot of us here, or most of us, remember Wolfman Jack. Flash he lived out in California about that time, I reckon, didn't you, Flash? Nod your head.
Yeah, I grew up. Yeah.
Say that again. Move your lips.
Yeah, I grew up when I was a child. He was on the radio.
There's a Wolfman Jack.
Yep.
Oh yeah, love Wolfman. He's great.
So, who's Grimner? Who's Grimner? Tell us who the great Grimner is. The man.
Who?
The man.
Nobody. I'm a voice in your head and text on the screen. That's all I am.
Now, the picture that I see of you is exactly how I picture you to be. That is the image of you that I have in my head, and would have had I not seen it.
That's me. Yeah.
That is you. That's really you?
That is really me. That is.
Oh,
actually...
wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I wasn't sure. But like I said, that's the exact image I would have in my mind of you. And then when you get into
you know where that photo actually came from. It might have been my first video broadcast when I was doing the show. One of the listeners or viewers of that show snapped that with his whatever people snap still shots of videos with, and he sent it over to me. Here's a picture of you from your show. So I just kept. That's probably what 6, 7 years old. That photo, maybe not that. Maybe 5, 6 years old, something like that. Whatever.
Hey,
basically the same. The beard's a little bit grayer now.
So yeah, you would remind me then of like a mountain man. And who's that character in Harry Potter? The big old guy with the beard.
I have no idea. I have no clue about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. There is a character in there. Is it Dusseldorf or who is it? It's the big old guy, the big old burly bear. That character that's in the movie series. I think I watched the first one and maybe pieces of the other ones, but yeah, I didn't so much. But it's so prevalent in society. I mean, some of the folks around here, I swear, 20-something-year-old is video games, and then you hear reflective in teenagers sometime back ago, reflecting back, when that, what was it, that Love Fest vampire and werewolf thing? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, just people really just get into this fantasy life, But that's part of it, so you don't have to exist in the real world, Don't make it hard on yourself. Pick your fantasy.
Well, let me ask, do you exist in the real world?
You're going to try to get all metaphorical and shit. Walter, help!
See, Walter, he's a philosopher type. He can answer that question.
Come on in here, Walter.
It's Kara. Kara messaging me. Hey, Kara. Let's see how you up to troubleshoot. Oh, she troubleshot and figured it out herself. Right on, Kara. Good job.
Yeah, there's your one of your children you can be proud of. not your damn idiot, Sal. Me over here. Bless you for your patience, Grimner.
Yeah, you know, I find that really works pretty well, actually. When somebody's got a technical issue, if you just kind of like slide them off a little bit, they figure it out. Most of the time.
I'm scared to try, I think. Man, they got computers that they don't have it.
You never be afraid of your computer. You can't really break it. You can only make it not work right.
Yeah, that's the part.
There's a difference.
Yeah, that's the part that bothers me. Thank God for Cowboy Tech. Well, he's helped me an awful lot.
Yeah, Cowboy Tech's a great dude. He makes his money. That's how he makes his money.
Yeah.
Computer tech shit.
He turned me on to that Chaos View YouTube guy, and he and I have had some conversation back and forth, interaction there. Yeah, Cowboy Tech turned me on to that, which was a really good source for information for me there during the main thing going there in Oregon. You know, as it was all happening, and now look at where it is. It's very dangerous that this is setting precedents as it is, and the fact that a couple of gals that had taken video and they decided that they would bring them in for a round of questioning. You know, if people can't see this Gestapo tactics, wonder and say, why didn't somebody do something? Why didn't somebody say something back in, you know, what our history has told us. Hey, Grams, has told us about how the Nazis were operating during that time. You know, if a person don't see that we're in the same thing right now, boy, I think that's kind of the purpose of what we're all doing here, trying to collectively expose this corruption that you know has hijacked the whole what life is all supposed to be about. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love listening to you and Moose. A lot of times I fall asleep, and
yeah, well, you know, I think that's a good sign that we can put people to sleep.
It's like
you're not the only. You're dead. I know a lot of people that you know I'll hear from them the next day. Hey, well, yeah, I was watching and I kind of ran out of juice there, fell asleep, but it was good up until I fell asleep. Part that I heard.
Yeah, I'm a early riser, so, but I've almost got myself accustomed to the late hours, and sometimes I do make it to it. But yeah, I always catch it playing downstream, and when was it? I think maybe it was like Tuesday or something. I heard the April Fool's edition of the Freakers Ball where I called in with a little fun.
Oh yeah. Now, did you? I don't know if you heard the weeks after that, the next week's program, when
Solomon.
what's his name? Solomon called in. He was all fooled. He was tricked because we were doing that joke, me and Moose Girl, that we're all gonna
put together a love band. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make a love bus and we're gonna drive all over the United States following various jam bands.
So hey, yeah, cool about, you know, the Deadheads, you know, and then involved into the rainbow hippie type, like you know, what a culture that is, pretty amazing. And those are folks too that are hard hit by the boot of that jack booted thug with wanting to pin your head to the ground. They hit pretty hard by that, intrusively with unwarranted stops and searches and seizure. It's all part of you kill the adventurous and kill those that wish to live separately. other than the prescribed system. It's almost in place. I mean, you look at all the sci-fi, the futuristic movies, you know, quite obviously portrayed in Star Wars, you know, the evil empire. I mean, example after example, we can see that we exist in this point of history, as Hal calls it, foretold history being told now. And as I say, that alternative ending that we're seeking for that book I'm writing in my head, it kind of gets bounced around and then jumbled up sometimes. So, I hope to be trying to express perspectives that we all might have buoyancy commonly in the sea that we are upon here, and this is our independent vessels, and we sail together, hopefully, and not in confusion, and that's the point of better understanding one another. Hey, big shout out to Walter. Thanks for all your tutorage that I found from you. So we fight, we do for victory.
We fight. That's right.
No.
Anyway, I should let you go so you can wrap up your show here. You're out of time.
Right on. And I got a special. Yep, we're going to shut her out here, and I'm going to have to shut down and then come back with a new butt. This is going to be a new series right here. Four C's. Cancer care, correlation, and correction. And this is a broadcast off of UCY from Cancer Kickers when I was standing in the final episodes over there for J. Cynthia Brooks. And so I'll shut down and open back up, and that could be a new category to play here, Graham. We'll talk guidance some more.
Just like I said, I was just calling to let everybody know that on Sunday there's going to be a little bit different stuff going on, and the radio will be off, except for the Hal during his break show. So.
Yeah, and so you'll be on at 10 Central and Grammy at 7 Central tonight for Freaker Friday.
So yeah, that's correct.
All right.
Throwing me off that Central shit.
So we have clearance. Clarence will give us clearance, and Roger 10-4.
Yes.
Thanks for the mic.
What's your vector, Victor? All right. Later.
Big peace, bud. All right, y'all. Well, hey, listen, I'm going to take a few minutes here for transition. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, oh my God, it does. Yeah, and I didn't get to town to get air, so I hope to do that this either this weekend or first of next week. It does need to blow you up really, really bad. Yeah, I have not, and I do. Yes, thank you. So, 202-2222. V is for victory. That is right. That's my brother right there. We'll have to give him acclimates another time. So we're gonna kick this one in something there. The dads, they've done been did. I'll kill out some tabs. I could have already killed some already. And oh, that's right. Let me finish before next week, anniversary special, the very first What Matters Worldwide, back in May of 2013. That's going to be another one of these playlists to bring of some past casts that I've done did it. So anyways, I'm going to go stop this recording over here at Audacity. I'll pause first, and I'll just leave the radio playing here for a minute. I said stop. That sounded good. Stop.